Greetings, my excellent friends. We continue in Rivington. I'm gonna get rid of that. When last we left off, a gnome gave us a bomb and told us what to do with it. The bomb will take. The instruction we'll consider. There's always other ways to use a bomb. And us having the bomb means him not having the bomb. Yes, we put the bomb in Jahira's pants, that's right. Steam client update, okay. Wasn't expecting that, but... presumably that will sort itself while I sit here and wait. I hope that's just a regular old update and not a problem with my stuff. Well. Okay. By all accounts, it seems to be working. Mr. Will, once the screen appears for you. I mean, we could give Karlak the bomb. I just don't know if... there's the detonation risk. You do it? Oh god, the fucking bridge. Yeah. I thought that was a fucking... I didn't think that was real when I woke up. Like, I saw David Simon repost about it, the guy who broke the wire. Because, of course, Baltimore. And the video of it just...
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
Like it was made of paper. Only 20 were on it? I guess because it happened at night or some such. Like, if it was full traffic, this would... Good God. It looks like something you would... Like, we become so used to, at least I have become so used to spectacle in film footage and game footage of things blowing up, that when you see something actually blow up, it's like, wow, that's a good effect, and then you have to take a second to realize, no, actually a disaster has occurred. That was a real bridge, that was a real collapse, there was a real ship, and people are probably dead, I think. Well, I'm glad it happened in the dead of night when there was a minimum of people using the bridge, because the whole thing just went fucking dust. And that is going to take a very long time to put right, isn't it? So I looked at it, I was like, how long does it take to make a bridge like that? Construction began 72 and finished 77. So however long it's going to take to fish all the bits of bridge out of the fucking water. And presumably construction standards have changed since the 70s. They're not just gonna put an identical structure down. They're gonna restart the project from the like woof. Also money, they may not be able to afford that. It will take weeks just to make it so people can, well, so that ships can sail along. And then there's the question of like, how does this happen? Like, what was there an issue? Was the ship broken in some way that it could not turn? Was the captain, pilot, what do you call for a ship? I don't know. Was there a human issue happening? Naturally, there were a bunch of people on Twitter saying, "Oh, it's a terrorist attack," but I feel like you shouldn't be saying that unless that's been actively talked about from a reliable source. Otherwise, you're just barking and scaring people for no reason. Tight deadlines make people make careless mistakes. Steering system, maybe. Yeah, like that's the thing. There's basically three. There's basically three things here. Either something went wrong with the machine, something went wrong with the person, or both. The ship was caught on camera, and all of its lights just suddenly turned off. Yeah, so okay, that evidence is suggesting that the ship itself is the issue. Honestly, I prefer that, because imagine being the guy who made that mistake. At least if the ship malfunctioned, sure, it probably malfunctioned due to somebody's work on it at some point, but it's further removed. It is perhaps the least traumatic answer of a long list of traumatic answers is for it to be a ship malfunction. So that's what you want. But my God. Now, I'm very curious as to what happens to this thoroughfare. I came back here to check, and the steel watch... the fists don't care about me. So it seems like at least for the rest of this long rest period, this thoroughfare is fine, and this watcher is going to be standing in the corner going... Blah, 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 blah. However, what happens after I sleep? I don't know. And we're not going across this bridge just yet. We were going to explore all the areas underneath. Not the least of which is that big cave. It's slightly morbid that we're currently at a big bridge full of people today. Let's not try to think too heavily about that.
This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is...
In the name of the crying one, have mercy.
Yeah, that's true. Having the ship break when you're on it is severely traumatizing in and of itself.
Mummy.
What happens if you try to talk to this
I should speak up.
ruined thing?
This unit is damaged, citizen.
Right.
One day
Not a
I'll
lot to
catch
say.
break.
We don't need Gale anymore, but we're keeping him because he has spell slots and a water elemental, I think was the thought. And we don't need anybody else more. Shout out if that changes. Because, yeah, in general, try to make the space for whoever has the most story impact. It doesn't necessarily bother me missing things on a normal run, but since we're recording this one, we may as well find the best. So, we've gone through this cave, which doubles as the blacksmith's cellar. We've asked the blacksmith why he's harbouring gnomes, and basically it's because he doesn't like the people the gnomes are aligned against. So it's not out of the kindness of his bitter old heart, but everybody does good deeds when their self-interest is on the line. Astarion on the bridge itself, but we can, yeah, we'll keep Gale for the underneath, but then we'll swap back in Stabman once we go back to civilization. Now, I think we explored this side, yeah, because we've dug all stuff up there. I remember being over here and looking at the tents to the side. There's like an active nerve or something right here. Somewhere along here, I have been twitching since about 15 minutes before I started streaming, and it's making my thumb go like that, which is incredibly annoying when you're trying to work a mouse. It's not happening right now. It just keeps coming back. I've had that sort of thing before. I remember, very specifically, I remember I was playing Star Wars The Old Republic in 2013. Yes, 11 years ago. And I had a twitch basically in a very similar spot that was right here. But instead of moving my thumb, it was moving my index finger. And that persisted for about 3 weeks of me playing this game, and I was constantly clicking on things I didn't want to click on. Because my finger kept getting pushed forward by this twitch. And it disappeared. And then a decade went by. But I just remember it because of how fucking annoying it was. Thankfully my thumb isn't attached to any buttons. There are thumb buttons, but my thumb doesn't rest on them. I suppose it would be a problem if this were a controller game, but it isn't. It's funny seeing all these. Like, it makes it look like Arthur Gregorio is on a mountain. Right, here is where we came out of the monastery underground. So we didn't turn left back then. This is new. Someone find it. Thank you! I find it interesting that the water elementals can go up and down knotted roots. Not sure what they're latching on to. I guess they just temporarily turn it into a waterfall. But, you know, up. Nothing here. It looked like a shrine area, but it's just a statue with its head missing, so whoever it was commemorating is lost to time. A load of alchemy. It's funny how the alchemy system has like been... I've picked up every ingredient, but God, I've barely used it, have I? They don't give you a great amount of incentive to need all these potions, maybe in the hard difficulties. It's like, sure, they could make me stronger, but I already fucking demolish everybody I come across. Laughing in their face. Well... filling their face with dwarven hammer, but still. Is this... Yes. This is the path I did not take. Take the road less traveled by, leave the city of fools. Did I kill something here? There's a pouch. Don't know. Still, yeah, we've been up there as well. Okay. All the way back down, thank you. Yeah, you have your set play style which relies on certain potions. I don't, but I can see myself doing that in different builds and such. If I get into the rhythm of fucking around with certain items in a game, then I can get used to that. It doesn't usually happen to me in stream games because I just don't have. That's why I have a sort of plan to play a bit of Sea of Thieves on my own, not on stream, so that I can like get myself more used to the menus. I did the similar thing with 14, which I did at an alt back in the day. The only game I didn't do that with was Hitman, because Hitman's inventories are very simple. You know, there's just a few very clear basic categories of item. Every non-lethal and lethal thrown weapon is exactly the same, so I never needed to get my bearings. Games like this, a bit more complicated. That said, though, there are a lot of items in Hitman I don't use. So... things I probably would have experimented with if I wasn't streaming. But I always try to streamline things when I'm doing this. That's why I, like, I'd probably be playing on Tactician by now if this wasn't a stream game, just in terms of how easy everything is. I'd probably have bumped it up, but even though I could, I don't do that here, because all it would do is add issues to think about on stream. And that's not a priority for me.
Trap. Be cautious. Don't give me trouble now.
Aha! I was like, wait, hang on. I thought, I was trying to figure out which one of these was the one I'd picked up, and then I realized it was because, like, I was looking at this thinking that the one on the right is normally the new one, right? But that's just the one I already have, so it's got to be the one on the left. Hang on, wait, that one says equipped. Wait, hang on, is it? Wait, no, oh! Is that worth giving to Jahira? What she got on her neck?
Work to be done.
Periapt wound closure. It just keeps her safe, but since we have her cantripping as well.
Let's move. Light on my feet.
I would say it's worth giving to her.
Maybe I need more pockets.
A heavy chest, my favorite. At least if I can find it. Not really sure how we're grabbing at that. It's buried underneath solid deck. Which is not something you want to describe in New Zealand. But anyway. Am I encumbered? Why are we all walking like that? Nope, nope. I guess it's because we're through the water. Ooh, fresh corpse. Every RPG like this needs one of the party members to just be a cannibal. You know, so that when you get a fresh corpse, it becomes useful for somebody.
What's in here?
Steam cloud. I almost walked into that. Does that hurt?
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
No.
Trap. Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
With traps, though.
Never a dull moment.
What's my ability to disarm these?
Trap. Be cautious.
Right, well, I just ran over that one. Got it. Bent. There's the 30 I was expecting. Yes, it's actually really quite hard to get a 30 here. I still have those gloves that will give me 2 hits on this. Then again, I got the gloves of dexterity, which is the only reason my dexterity is decent. So I probably shouldn't. I could take the spell from Jahira. Ooh, the 18 is 27. That means I have to. That doesn't work, does it?
Time to press ahead.
He can do it. He doesn't need a nat 20, but he can do it. Why does Will want to talk? I don't know, but we'll deal with him later.
What can I do for you? Perhaps if you lost a follow. Well, in that case, I'm all yours.
Where'd it go? There it is. See, he did it. That cleared the goddamn clouds. That tripwire appears to be broken, and also there's a pile of viscera.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. Step carefully. There's a trap.
The rest of these are pretty doable. Now here's my question. If I get Gale back, has he lost the elemental? Probably. Don't see it. He keeps it!
Sorry. sorry. If I'm to engage in banter, I prefer it to be with the leader of our troop.
Wow! Fuck off, Astarion!
Just be quick.
I do not have time for idle chatter.
You're too busy being evil. Well, okay.
I don't answer to you.
It's because I didn't go to camp with him because we were separated. But, like, they all sound so fucking rude about it, which is weird because they do get along. Maybe it's just because I spoke to the rudest possible people, well, other than Lae'zel. But still, that's... Yes, exactly. Thank you for the follow, by the way.
How can I help?
Can you help?
Oh, nothing would give me back in the thick
Nothing
of
would give you
things that-
greater pleasure. You have fucked a goddess. Are you sure you say that lightly? If he keeps
Ready
it,
and
why is
ready.
it dead? I don't know that he keeps it. It's quite dead.
Still breathing, despite everything.
That's weird. Why is it dead? I don't know.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I don't know where it's... Well, I mean, it wouldn't really have a body.
Step by step.
Can't give up now.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Cast another, but I don't actually know what would happen to the one that's already there. Because we were ungrouped. Well, I don't really know how to get rid of the corpse.
What to do?
Speaking of, though... Oh no, the fresh one's too damaged. Probably because of the steam. He looks a bit... goopy. And I can summon... Yeah, I will, because at the end of the day, we're just using him to burn out his spell slots before we replace him with Astarion for the bridge anyway, so, like, we don't need this level 5. The water elemental itself is more important. Whatever,
Lovely day, this.
true, I suppose.
All right. What now? Don't mind if I do.
Jaheira can also do that.
Let me guess, you need something.
I hadn't thought about it.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well...
I do
in
like
it.
that when I click on her, the bomb is visible.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Trap there.
Oh god.
Plant your feet with care.
Care. I thought we were done with these, but I guess not. Oh, now I get the nat 20.
What's inside?
Are there more? Damage 2? Yes. We'll just inch our way on up, shall we?
Need to find a way forward.
I don't reckon that'll be too hard. This is the big cave, right? It's harder to keep track of everything once you're up close to it, but I mean, it has to be. There's only one way forward. It would be interesting, actually, to take a character, ungroup them, and leave them on the overlooking area, and see if you can see the tiny dots of everybody else walking into the cave. But yeah, this would be it.
Something good here.
Oh shit, a
I
person.
hope.
Dying Stone Lord thug. This person cannot be healed or saved. He's got 1 HP. He exists to presumably bark his last words at us.
What's up for discussion?
My legs. I can't feel them. Tell the others. Let the boss know.
This man is not long for this world.
Who's your boss?
Stone Lord. He'll saw this. He'll get him.
You hear the
Stone
blood
Lord.
gurgle in his struggling lungs. His last ounce of strength is spent.
Well, that was a bit dramatic, mate. Couldn't you have just gone and then continued to lie there like you had been doing? Like you might have had enough strength in you for another 2 or 3 comments if you'd committed to that, but instead, no, you had to do an acrobatic die. I'll say what you will about him, at least he died hard. Oh, I can? Wait, can I talk to him as well? Yes, maybe. They're not glowing, probably not.
The corpse remains.
Balls. Come on, let me talk to him. We just talked to him. He already knows us. We have a
Corpse has
rapport.
nothing to say.
Fuck you. I think they should have let that one happen. So that is the Orin that you believe no one will ever find by accident. Well, how... Let's think about the... So where are the 5 Orins? This one's around a corner. I can absolutely see you missing this one if you don't go all the way over here. This one's in the circus. I can absolutely see you missing this one if you think, oh, that looks like a big area. I'm going to explore it later and focus on the small ones. The blacksmith... and the news hound. I don't even think you can get over here without... I suppose you could if you go to this side and go down there, or if you go through one of the caves and end up over there. Yeah, if you end up... Where was the cave that I went down? Was it Arthur's mansion? This is how you could do it. If you go to Arthur's mansion, explore his basement. Was it? The first one we came out of. The temple? No. No, there was a cave before that. The temple was the cave that led us down here. The well. You'd have to go, yeah. Alright. If you just go north, skip the circus, don't go over here, probably encounter the blacksmith, find yourself in the well, go through, and then decide to explore under the bridge. You could end up all the way over here and with that guy. I don't think it's very likely. I think you're more likely to be like, oh, I shouldn't go this far out of the way now. But it's probably at least one player. That's the only path I can think of. If you happen to end up down the well before you've really explored the town. There's got to be at least one person whose instincts are do wilderness first and town last, and will therefore do all that. But yeah, when you can only run into 2 and 4 of them are here, that's probably... Certainly this is the least likely one to find. Ah, we're steaming again. Actually, that doesn't really give us a problem, does it? Thing is, if I bring Astarion back... Yeah, I think I should just drop something on this one. We've got something to drop on it, though. Would a hat work?
Watch how you go. There's a trap. place is trapped.
But you've never gone in here. Why not?
Your desire, right away.
Never mind, we don't know where the bloody vent is.
No one stopped me yet.
I don't think that's glowing, but I couldn't tell.
The corpse from it.
Have to keep going.
What the hell happened to you? Oh, Stone Lord. Stone Lord. Be something to do with paralysis. Like maybe the Stone Lord has like some Gorgon. Did you say him? Because if it was her, then it could be a Medusa. Stone Lord, not Stone Lady.
Decapitated, but still warm.
Sorry, who's decapitated? I see an arm. I don't see a headless. Oh, you are. Yes, you very are. The profile. This is gonna be some. Yeah, this is basically Smuggler's Cave sort of stuff. The Stone Lord must be a criminal gang leader. Pirates, smuggling.
That same ship was at Moonrise Towers, if I'm not mistaken.
And part of the Absolute Cult. I was thinking that this looked like Shadow Curse. Someone's here.
Empty threats, all of them. Rot brain rattling.
You won't be saying that when I core your skull like an apple.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. Never wanted the easy path.
Don't think the water elementals can sneak, but
All talk, I think.
Looks like those two are about to fight.
You little guilt shit! Time to die!
Don't mind if I do.
Right.
Run your mouth, Kairos. My blade does my talking.
Nobody messes with the Stone Lord rattling.
Nine Fingers sent her love, arsehole. Your Stone Lord's a dead man walking. You, help me kill these asses. The girl will sprinkle you with gold.
what? I just wandered into your smuggling cave and you're recruiting me for a murder? Come now, can we not resolve this with words? A round of flighting, perhaps? That's, Is that Viking insult thing? Hang on. Flighting. No, Scottish. It's Scottish. Two highly skilled rivals engaged in a contest of verbal abuse, remarkable for its fierceness and extravagance.
Are you serious?
Yep.
A pacifist? In Baldur's Gate? Nobody's leaving this place alive, cock.
What did you call me? We appear to be fighting everybody. They didn't like the bard. Curiously enough, someone's not in the combat.
Nature's servant, still waiting.
I should go back to the combat because it's not really letting me bring Jaheira in. They're killing each other first. Shiv Dahlia. You know, I would have loved to have done that in Ace Attorney 3, but she was already a ghost. Oh, hey, now you're going for Karlach. That didn't seem to work. Now it is Jaheira's turn. Alright, whatever. Gale can throw haste on Karlach. I can throw fireball on bastards. This is a really, really good fight for grouped enemies, because they're going to stay grouped. Charming Latham's mind collapsed. Though I have to wonder about whether we would have done better to pick a side. Alas, Bard line. Away I go. Alright. I could Healing Word Gale, that's probably smarter than shooting. Just because he's a little bit ouched.
Orders. No rest. Be you wicked or wise.
Ain't no rest for the wicked. Ice Storm's available, but Cold Lightning might actually be economical here because all four of these fuckers fit. Ice Storm would get more, though. Ice Storm could get 6. Do it. When else am I going to get a good shot like this? We broke the hunter's mark. We knocked over... Farland has taken no damage from, like, any of these hits because presumably of evasion. I've only killed one. Fungalsby. Cast Hail of Thorns on 3 targets. Sorry, who though? You cast on Farland. It's probably over there. It's probably not going to be me. Yeah.
The guild owns this city.
Good for the guild. Hey, you destroyed some of my ice rink. Well, actually, you just got it wet. Still, mad. I'm going to assume the ice elementals don't have an issue with the ice... sorry, the water elemental don't have an issue with the ice storm, and just zoom them straight up to melee range. That is a rune powder bomb. I met with Barkus, and he had a request. I think we're just going to go ham on Shiv Dahlia because she's got the reckless attack advantage. Well, we have the reckless attack advantage on her. Dead Dahlia.
Battle of wits. Indeed.
You could take a potion of healing. It won't be a terrible idea for him.
Let's cook with fire, baby. Aye, aye.
Now, we should absolutely be able to use the Nirulna. It will now hit the water element. Hang on, can I move them? Yes.
I smell blood.
No issues. These guys are better targets because they're grouped together, but we should think about trying not to destabilize the balance of the fight too much. Like, we should start fighting these guys, but we'll give at least one good throw at Farland.
Handy.
Right, Farland just fucking melted. Let's do the next throw over here. Blunt Scuncher, there you go. Uh-huh. Now at Fungalsby. That was less good, but hey, Scuncher died. This side's nearly dead, so focus on the other side. Still, Fungalsby. Everybody's nearly dead except for Kairos.
What fools these mortals be.
For the Stone Lord.
Ah! What was that? Hunter's Mark? I don't need to counterspell a Hunter's Mark. I'll counterspell your Acid Splash, though. Why not? Fungalsby should die. Can we reach you? Because that guy's in the way. Can we get to the side then, maybe? Let's just get you all the way over here.
On the hunt.
Goodbye.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I reckon so, do you? How does this go upcast on Kairos? I say we hit him with a big bang for fun. Because it's everybody's turn now, and we're probably just going to sleep after this. I really like the idea of making this guy scared. Can't use multi-attack. Yeah, see, now it's working properly. Supposedly this is every 2 turns, but I had an issue where it was letting me use it every turn on one of them before. Come on and slam.
This is gonna feel good. My little trick.
There we go.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Much better.
That hit the spot.
So, Farlan and Archer Valicia are lit up. Not Kairos, though. Really? I would have thought it'd be the main representative from each side, but no.
Better find somewhere to camp soon.
We need to go be a Githyanki, so that we can interrogate these people we killed without them noticing that we killed them.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Harper infiltrated the guild.
Sorry! Who were you fighting?
Stone Lord's thugs. Threat to us all.
What was it about?
Territory. Control. Smuggling valuables.
What were you doing here?
Observing. Spying. Disguised.
Ooh.
Speak.
We did a whoopsie!
Ask it.
You're not concerned about the whoopsie? Alright.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Please tell me you weren't a Harper.
Fallen. From the guild.
Good shit. Who are you fighting?
The Stone Lord's men. Interlopers.
Maybe it's the Archer's fault for not recognizing the High Harp. Maybe. Who is the Stone Lord?
Fury. Threat to everyone.
What were they here for?
Don't know. Something valuable.
No shit, Sherlock. What were you doing here?
Seizing their haul. For 9 fingers.
That's not as many fingers as people are supposed to have.
wings.
Well, actually, it depends. Do you count thumbs on the finger list? Because either this guild person has 1 finger fewer or 1 finger more, and I think the latter is scarier. Corpse grinder. I don't think I need a corpse grinder, but I'll take it and send it to my camp. Do not fail, a plain unadorned note. The guild has caught wind of our activities down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. The Stone Lord has personally requested that you see off any visitors. I have heard murmurings that your dockside crew begin to doubt the tales around the Stone Lord's capabilities. Keep our shipment secure, and he will not need to come down in person and make a demonstration. You'd think she'd have a shiv, but nope, Shiv Dahlia has a great club. Guildmaster's orders and a Gleam Dance dagger. Gives you bonus to armor class in the offhand. Nine Fingers ain't backing down. Stone Lord's pushing in on our enterprise, so she wants to push back on his. Find out just why this fresh-faced shithead is so keen to clear a landing spot for the cult ships.
How much further can I go?
Old Flake Eyes. Bunglesby. And Blunt Scuncher.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
And a worm to eat. Makes sense if we're dealing with a ship that spent time in Moonrise. There's a passageway over there too. So we ain't fucking done.
What's hiding here?
Yes. I mean, the ship is presumably not going to be that complicated. I know my way around a ship. I just spent 6 hours playing Sea of Thieves. I really don't know my way around a ship. It's a very confusing game. There is a scrap and shrapnel grenade. It doesn't really damage, it just makes everybody bleed. Two more worms and a book. Annotated Ship's Manifest. Amidst the mundane goods, a specific unit of crates has been circled with a note pinned on top. Reminder, the Stone Lord's goods. We don't need to see the man to know he's serious about his property. If you're tempted to crack a crate and take a look, remember Norrin and the wide-eyed loons who came to take him away last time out. I didn't raise a finger to stop those gods mad bastards, and I won't for you either. So Demon Dragon stopped exploring right before getting 3 tadpoles.
Looks empty.
Well, go on, there's no need to rub it in. I'm sure she feels miserable enough about that. Just because she's a worm-guzzling addict doesn't mean we need to make her feel any worse about missing some. The video you found about this spot was talking about where all the tadpole locations are. Well, that might have given you a hint. Considering you already said that there are tons in Act 3, I feel like this isn't actually a bad thing. If you missed a lot and there are a ton already, that's pretty impressive. Okay. I don't know how big this cave is going to be. It might be very small, but I want to do this before I forget. Because I did notice it previously. Will would like to talk to us. I don't know why, I don't know what, but Will would like to talk to us, so we'll let him have that.
Hey.
I always have to make sure Karlach doesn't have any secret dialogue just because I wouldn't want to miss it. But Will, what do you want?
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty.
Oh, you didn't
A
like the
decade
thing
ago,
at the gate.
Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
I'm still a Githyanki. Oops. Perhaps we can reason with the leadership.
Gortash, do you mean? Those metal hunks do not obey a man who sees reason. There is no negotiating with the dead gods is chosen.
Godses?
They know only the language of punishment and pain. To make Baldur's Gate a safe haven, we'll first need to bathe Gortash and Orin in their own blood. To make Baldur's Gate a safe haven,
we'll first need to bathe Gortash and Orin in their own blood. You can say that again. Did you know Duke Stelmane very well back in the day?
I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
In the real world, I wouldn't, but I sense there's something more to this story.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say.
Gone before her time, it sounds like.
Not a tragedy, a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
Could it be true that she was aligned with the Emperor?
Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. Maybe it's
That's
true.
the thing.
Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
Or maybe he gave her a stroke. I don't know. I was polite with him in the conversation because if his story is correct and true, then there's no reason not to be, but I think it would be silly to just take that at face value. And that's certainly worrying, what Will said about Stelmane's condition. Especially as a stroke is, you know, brain thing. What do mind flayers work on? The Emperor certainly seems to want the Absolute gone. Yes, but evil versus evil is pretty common, that's the thing. Wanting the Absolute gone could easily just be so that I can run things. Trusting him? Well, we've got no reason to fight him right now, but I'm keeping an eye. Keeping an eye. So this looks pretty involved. What I'm not really understanding is whether this is the... I think this is the Stone Lord's smuggling cave, not the guilds. But it might be the guilds. Kairos' warning. Yeah, I think this is the Stone Lord's camp. Seems like Van needed to be reminded that you don't take from the stash. The stash is mine, and you get what I give you. I find you taking from the stash, you end up like Van. Be smart. Don't be like Van. Ooh, poutine. Surely can't be fresh, but it's still poutine. Yeah, there's no reason to be preemptively aggressive unless you're on a second playthrough and you already know someone's gonna be a fucko. But even then, if you're committing to role-playing, you still shouldn't.
Hot foot. Place is trapped.
Oh. Oh. Well, I hope there was... Oh, there it is. Bone Spike Boots gives you armor buff, but you have to not be wearing any armor, which isn't any of us anymore, I don't think. Actually, well, Gale isn't, is he?
Salutations. At least things have stayed interesting. One with the weave.
He does have a shield. We gave him a shield. So, if anything, that lowers it.
Immediately. I've got a long road ahead.
Hello, treasure! And again, when we take the gold, the riches visually disappear. I love that so much. Now, how much... Okay, this is a pretty small area, good. Dream Mist. Vaporous decoction that absolutely rocks the brain stem. Is that an attack? Smuggler's Manifesto, an eagle feather. The rules. Don't forget. Stick to the Sword Coast if you don't want to trigger an all-out war and draw attention to the higher-ups of the council. No backstabbing, no ratting, no stealing from each other. You get what you're given, no skimming off the top. Trust that you'll get your share. Highest value goods come first. Don't go shuffling bread if there's a jewel rush. We're not a bakery. Keep the camp tidy. We don't want anyone following a trail of gold back to us. That is an expensive goddamn breadcrumb trail, if so. Tell no one. That's better than the bandits in BG1. They were more along the line of spare no one! A map pointing to a secret breach in the wall of Worm's Rock Fortress. It looks like it could lead to the prison, and from there, the inside of the fortress itself. In Silk Root, 3 turns, euphoria distilled into an extremely illegal synapse-melting package. Oh, so these are drugs! Damage? What's damage? Karlach doesn't take damage. Well, yeah, I've played Disco Elysium before. You always take the drugs. I think that's it. Next port of call is the bridge. Sadly, we don't have a good fast travel. We'd have to go all the way back to the start of Rivington. You know, there's a note I didn't read somewhere, right? But somewhere doesn't narrow it down enough for me to want to go exploring everything. On the boat? In the cave? Up one of these dead people's noses? In the cave.
Seems simple enough.
Note to Kairos. This it? Boss, I found this out there on a poor schmuck. This isn't from the stash. I'm not Van. I know the rules. Is that it? It feels not very substantial, so... Oh, well, never mind. Alas. I should take my break now because we're transitioning between sections. I'll walk to the bridge and swap Astarion in. Then I'll take my break. But nothing interesting is going to happen in the next minute because we are just walking. Lots of corpses. Impressive that the guild representatives got in here with all the traps. Would have been better if they'd bothered to disarm some of them, of course. I do wonder if this will create a third water elemental. Well, it won't, I'd have to, you know, but like, would it create another corpse when I swap Gale out for Astarion? I don't think we need to sleep yet. We could, but I don't think we need to.
What can I do for you, my friend? Perhaps if you lost a follower. In that case, I'd be happy to tag along.
You know what I guess... you know what I think it is? When we when I came here and grabbed the star in the first time, Gale wasn't in camp. You see how he's got it with him here. The water elemental did not have the ability to transport into camp. That's what I think killed it. I'll transfer back after I return. While I'm away, if you want any light reading, if you enjoy consuming Twitter anger, go into Twitter, go into its search bar and just type in Dammon. Hello.
Our readers will be outraged.
We have
Front page material.
brought back our Astarion. Does she say this? Does the news hound say anything different now that this has happened?
Sorry, can't talk. I'm on a deadline.
No. Everything's still fucked over here, but thankfully... So that's the thing, if I had chosen to take a long rest after dealing with that cave, I do wonder if I then would have had an issue with this Watcher, but I'm sure we'll find out. The next time we rest, we can come down here and see what happens, but for now we can move past it. Heroic Portrait of Gortash.
Enver Gortash, the people's man, the gate's protector.
This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged.
Ugly picture, to be honest. This unit is damaged, I think. Ah, there's the waypoint. Right, so that's the answer. If you can't get through there, you just... Bing! Teleport here. Arthur Gregorius. So Sharessa's Caress is here. That said, what about Voss? Ah. So our Lae'zel marker is this part of Sharessa's Caress. I guess he's not at Sharessa's Caress, because there can't be two separate buildings, right? They said that he goes there, but he must be in whatever this is. Although this looks... brothely. Or maybe the brothel is buggeredly enormous and it does take up multiple bridge buildings. I don't know. I assume that we for whatever's happening that you've had me bring Astarion for, it must happen before.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all
we talk to Voss, because you'd want Lae'zel for that.
From what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose. Good boy.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind.
You tend to go to the left first. Oh, so this building, which doesn't... Yeah, but specifically I'll be avoiding this marker until whatever happens with Astarion that we're looking for happens, because I'd then swap him out for Lae'zel.
we can bond with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers. You'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity.
Anyway, what's in here? This place is empty, so... Looks like a mess hole for a guard's post. Makes sense given the towers here.
No trespassing. Got it?
Attack! Note that this isn't a trespasser zone. The murder plotline, right. Which is where? I don't actually have a marker for that. But if this is the flop house, then yeah. We found a key, but didn't find the location of the flop house. But I'm guessing based on what you're saying that it's this building here. Still, I'm exploring the guard towers first. And we're not stealing from them.
This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged, citizen.
There, flop house. They're trying to figure out where to stay. And their choices are the flop house or the brothel, and she's not a big fan of either. Yeah, nothing really up these. Why are you going back up? What the hell? This one is what we wanted, you fool. Doof, 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 doof. What are you about? Manip Falcao?
Bloody gnomes. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well.
Bring you their head? That sounds radical.
You'll change your mind once they kill innocent citizens. The only language they'll understand is that of intimidating violence.
It sounds like a job for the Flaming Fist.
I agree. But we can't leave our posts. Not with all the patriarchs meeting in Worm's Rock for the coronation. You've the right look. Solid bones. Steady face. The kind that cleans up vermin for pay.
I don't think my girlfriend would be happy with me if I murdered the gnomes that we spent 2 acts of the game saving. So I'm afraid I won't do it.
Then you're no friend of the fist.
No, but
No
my
matter.
fist will be a friend of
I'll
your
find
face if you
someone
don't get
else.
out of my face.
Most folks around here will do almost anything. You pay them enough.
Are you a 90s kid? Because I am, and I think killing Wulbren Bongle is radical! Insert Kiryu, that's rad here. Yeah, look, there's definitely permutations in which killing Wulbren is something to do, but it's interesting though, because like, if you're playing evil, you wouldn't have Wulbren, so you wouldn't have this quest offered to you. I find those, it's like the same thing as playing a game where you've allowed Will to kill Karlach, but you also keep Will in your party all game because he's such a good boy. It's more complicated than just, oh, we're doing an evil run. Like, you'd have to save the gnomes and then decide to kill him here. And there's permutations to make that work if you're playing as like an opportunist who will happily save lives for the reward, but then when someone else is giving you a reward to take them. On we go. Doesn't suit this player through though.
It's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks. From what I've heard.
Just physical, it's a state of mind.
The missus and I have been dreaming about the city. No more sleeping rough. Didn't expect to find it locked down tighter than a watcher's fist. I hope you have better luck than us finding a room. Pickings are slim.
Imagine having tusks like that.
Why does Worm's Crossing have so few lodgings?
They gotta be inconvenient. Imagine never in your life ever having your mouth fully closed. That would be upsetting. What good do they do? Do they help you chew food? I don't think they do. They're up in the sky. Like, what is the...
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
They're for initial bites, I guess, but, like... If you got something stuck on there, could you...
Look at you.
Man!
You're exhausted. You've been pulling... Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation.
Not to mention, from a relationship sense, the tongue kissing must be bloody awkward.
Caress is caress.
All I want is a clean, warm room. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes, for a lot of folks.
Worth a look.
We noticed the door, did we?
The flop house.
Frego's flop house. There it is.
Great! We can bunk with 10 other people and pray none of them has...
Frego's flop house.
We'd be better off
That said, there's some people in here. Can I speak to them? If I can get inside. There we go.
Greetings. Out of the way.
Oh, that's the guy from down there. This is where he moves. That was strange. Special order. Special notice, Iron Hand Gnomes. Let it be known that these known terror bringers and violent peace disruptors are to be killed on sight. The attempt to bring them in for questioning or trial would create too great a risk to local officers. You know, I can actually understand that. I can actually understand that. Because they keep throwing bombs! Like, you lock up an Iron Hand Gnome as a mild-mannered... Like, sure, if you're a mind flayer, an absolute cultist, that's one thing. But you lock up one of those guys in the city, there will just be an explosion at the prison and then the gnomes will go missing. And people will die. However, they're not all like Wulbren. So I can understand why that order has taken place, but obviously it's a very bad order because they're not all terrorist bombers. However, if you were to capture, say, for example, Barkus and put him in prison, I'm pretty sure Wulbren would still kill people to get him out. So, yeah, I can understand why that order exists. It's not good, but I can understand how it got there. Fugitives and bounties. Worms Crossing Precinct. Reminder, unless the Manip says otherwise, he pays only half bounty if the fugitive is brought in dead. Tut Fossilswait. Breach of Promise. 10 gold. The Masked Vinegaroon. Armed Robbery. 60 gold. Dogberry Forceps. Fraudulent Impersonation. 12 gold. Cantharides. Slander of the Archduke Designate. 8 gold. If we find him, we'll give him a high five. Dr. Hengist. Murder by Slow Poison. 140 gold. Oomph Brogan. Iron Hand Gnome's Agent. 50 gold. They don't hire them for their eloquence in the Flaming Fist, eh?
And if a patron confuses me,
Good boy.
Well, I think we go into the flop house now. Let's... Before we go indoors, let's check around it. Don't go down there, because that's closer to the brothel. But, we'll come around here.
we can bond with 10 other people and pray none of them has
I found so many victims for Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Ah! I see why we're bringing you. This is not the door for the key. Must be the front door, then. Although that one's not locked.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
Well, as long as we can get in.
Let anything happen to you.
Look at you.
Oh, we're opening it from up there. Whatever, let's go inside now.
I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real...
Hello, floppers. How's it flopping?
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren, and they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it.
Bollocks? I've heard of bollocks, but bollocks is a new way to say it. Why won't they let you in?
The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
Damn you, Charles!
From what I've heard,
There's not even any goddamn dragons round here to slay. Bet they let us in then.
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions. This adventurer lark is rubbish. Should have listened to me, Dar. Become a tanner. Bet they're gasping for tanners in Baldur's Gate.
Flophouse rules. To all tenants of Frego's Flophouse, please observe the following edicts and associated costs with careful, steadfast attention. Fold sheets neat across bunks before leaving, 2 GP. No big smells, 3 GP. No tipping janitorial staff, he gets paid plenty, 5 GP. No outside food eaten inside, 2 GP. No marks left on latrine, ever.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated Temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again.
To be fair, their high priest just died.
Does that excuse being rude? Excluding folk? Come off it. They wouldn't let me in. Spouted some tripe about my sort and absolutist murderers. I only wanted to sit down a minute.
The priests were meant to be polite.
So did I.
What is your trade?
Let me show you.
Oh, as in trading. Right. Fair. Decent amount of money on you. Would you like my wares? Not really that much in the end, but got a bit of it. Really should sell those. You don't have anything really, though.
Pleasure doing business. Think a bunch of... This place is real shabby. But at least folk don't look at you funny in here. Need anything?
Yeah, do you know where the murderer lives?
God of the oppressed. My eye.
Scroll records of guests cover pages stained with ink, grease, and gods know what else. Name, Bernier. Stay indefinite. Paid till 10 day hence. Name, Fionn Goldgrind. Stay 1 month. Paid till 10 day late. So that one's dead. Name, Grishka. Stay unsure. Paid till 5 nights hence. Name, Rosanna. Stay short as bloody possible. Paid till 2 nights hence.
Also has
Maybe the...
Frego's Flophouse. Enter as strangers, leave as friends. No vacancies at this time.
Flophouse issues. A record of work done to Frego's Flophouse. Latrine polish, 9 GP. Floor restructure, 12 GP. Rug delousing, 2 GP. Extensive top floor extension, 20 GP. And floorboard demossing, 6 SP.
Not long before we leave scouring places like this behind.
Well then. Dash Kent Molliver.
I will not.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on.
No, I'm here on behalf of exactly who you think. Pay up. Actually, yeah, I'm looking for a murderer, a dwarf dressed in red. Do you happen to know any dwarves dressed in red? Nice shirt, by the way.
How dare you? Accusing an upstanding citizen like me of being a dwarf? I'm a halfling, you oaf.
Oh.
Maybe the...
Right, that one was on me, that one was on me.
Haven't we lingered long enough?
It is you. Most definitely not anyone else. Salutations and hello and whatnot.
Who were you expecting?
The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you.
Hmm. Was he on the list?
Just think, soon we'll
Don't see
feel
it.
the sun on our skin. After all this time.
There's Quelia. It's interesting the landlord isn't here. Could also be dead if we're lucky. If this murderer's out there killing landlords and priests, I'll forgive him the priest and let him go along his way so long as he sticks to landlords in future.
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up.
Sure.
Have a skeg at these.
I suppose he wouldn't stay here, but I figured he'd be around to collect his money. This game doesn't really have, like, day-night cycles of NPC timings, so... Someone is either always or never somewhere. They can't really properly depict someone being somewhere sometimes.
That should do you.
Which is good for all games that have those day-night cycles. They make them work, but I do prefer the simplicity of you can imply the wider world, you know. Just have people where they're relevant for their story. Imply that they're only there for a little bit. It's fine. Or do it the Disco Elysium way.
Just think, soon we'll feel the sun on our skin. After all this time.
I don't know what this key's gonna be for. Oh, it could be for one of their it could be for Fion's chest. If Fion's the one that's mysteriously missing. Workaburnia.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs?
About as far as I could throw them. Note that I'm referring to my throwing capacity, not the throwing capacity of my friend to the left.
Aye, I'll second that. It's alright where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
Take candle key.
What if they build a machine that can drink points, but half the bloody city out of jobs, that?
Yeah, they shouldn't make machines that do things people like doing. That would be a terrible idea. Now... Oh, I didn't actually mean to go further up. Stop! 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 Love of God.
Sing after all. Nothing happens until he's found.
Deliria.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Well, that
Soon,
sounds...
sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more are needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs.
You spawn aren't subtle. Astarion, you got friends here.
I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done, and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him. Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out.
Presumably
You were
Astarion's
free.
eyes looked like this before the tadpole. What do you know about the ritual?
Of course that's why he came crawling back. He wants to ascend with the rest of us.
With the rest
He
of
heard about
you?
the ritual and the power our master will grant us. So he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Where is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother, please!
Arian, stop.
Fine. You owe your wretched life to my friend. Now tell me what I need to know.
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all. Do you really think you can stop him?
I'm the only one who can. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I don't need to fear him anymore. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them.
They'll warn him we're coming.
Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves.
The 6 spawn are your brothers and sisters. Are you really ready to sacrifice them?
Trust me, I'd rather slaughter someone else's family, but if that's what it takes. And it's not like their sweet innocence. They brought Cazador just as many victims as I did. You're not getting sentimental, are you? I thought you were with me on this.
What if we're walking into a trap?
Then we'll deal with it. It can't be worse than everything else we've faced. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Right.
Darling?
Hello, my dear.
Nothing right now. There was somebody up here, you.
Softer than a whisper.
I'm just wondering if we should click on some of these to see if the... For God's sake, don't look at me. Just have him do it, really.
Watch your back. This way. Let's prowl.
Fuck off.
Into the shadows.
Thought it might have been Fion's chest, but no.
Go.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Probably upstairs. Or in here.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Or it could just be this key.
Tempers are rising.
Damn it.
Can't risk being in open view.
Oh, you're right here.
On my way.
Well, I mean, it might have been.
I don't need any attention right now.
Nope.
What do we have here? Don't waste a step.
Empty balcony.
Time to skulk about. Very well. That shapeshifter's key unlocked the door. Interesting.
The wardrobe is a it's a doordrobe.
Open up.
And we're not being watched up here, so I can pour through the chests that exist in this level. Bloodstained note.
Nothing. Blood near the bed.
2 hands now, 2 hands. 2 of them, more needed, not enough. Must cover myself in glory to be covered in blood. More. Extension to the top floor.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
Sniff the blood.
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
Fionn? Fionn! Nap time. Don't walk on her. I know you're used to treating people like objects, Astarion, but that doesn't mean you should walk on our crime scene. Scarlet leather armor. Underwhelming. I suppose you could also get up into this section if you didn't get the key by getting someone to leap up here, because that's fully open. It's not really that hidden. It's interesting. Like, the hidden doorway would suggest they don't want people to know this room exists, but then there's a fucking open balcony. Temple plans.
These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Scarlet armor, yes. A sheep butchered with creative zeal. I was trying to look at it. Despite the detailed illustrations of muscle and bone, it's quickly obvious this is no medical journal. The language throughout is practical but unrefined, describing how to get the best cuts of meat, which bits are considered knoll chum, and how to deal with a range of stains and odours. Looking closer, you notice several scratchy annotations detailing how to adapt these techniques for more human-shaped bodies. The letter is torn and stained, and some of the words are indecipherable. Take the ist, find the and make them offerings in his name. Bring their ns to the tri-ul. To the tri-ul. Wonder what word that is. Prove your worth. Become of the highest accord. Messy splatters of deep red-brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of the killing. Walk in blood. Aspirant. Duke Belleen Stelmane. Elfsong Tavern, Lower City. Killed. Father Lorgan, Open Hand Temple, Rivington. Killed. Dribbles the Clown. Circus of the Last Days, Rivington. Killed. Alexander Rainforest. Office near the Counting House, Lower City. Killed. Frank Peartree. Abode near Fielgear's Fireworks, Lower City. Killed. Cora Highbury. Large home near the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, Lower City. Figaro Pennygood. Facemaker's Fashion, Lower City. Chef Rovia. Elfsong Tavern Kitchen, Lower City. Neshalisha. Blushing Mermaid, Lower City. Vari Van Thampur. Van Thampur Villa, Upper City. Friedrich Hun. Hun House, Upper City. Several of these people are still alive. I wonder if we can warn them. 4 journal updates from that piece of paper. Let me guess. Report your findings to Investigator Valeria. The Pale Elf. I thought Find Dribbles the Clown would get updated just to let us know that we know why he died. Find and gain access to the Temple of Baal for Orin's Nether Stone. We found a Baalist target list. Wait, can we kill some of those I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it? We're not going to, but I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it? We found a Baalist target list. New recruits are being asked to stage murders as absolute butchery. We should investigate. Successful recruits get into the temple, where Orin lives. If we kill 2 targets from this list and bring a severed hand as proof, they'll let us into the murder house. I don't think a Jaheira-led playthrough is just gotta go with that option.
Speak.
How do you feel about Baal, Jaheira?
My favorite traveling companion.
No. Right, let's take a look at this. Presumably this is an incidental murder, not a... Read that one. Not a required one, because she wasn't on the list. We'll keep this note, because I want to be able to cross-reference who the victims are. Loot-wise, she's got the key to her chest, which I should use.
This key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
Huh, interesting. To the best of wives and mothers, a tarnished ring engraved with the following.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
How do you pronounce your first name?
Theon Goldgrind.
Yeah, it literally is just Theon. Okay. What were you doing when you died?
Seeking answers.
What answers?
My boy had a secret. Evil secret.
Sorry, this is your son? What's your son's secret?
Killed folk. Slowly. He liked it.
Did your son kill you?
Yes. Grinned. Whole time.
The spell's power wanes.
There's a lot more I could have asked her. Yeah, Guan had the same thought. That's way more questions than we have questions. Okay. Not a lot I can do about that. I think we got the important information. That means the full name of this killer is, what was it? Was it... Might be written in here. Delore. Delore Goldgrind, presumably. Unless he doesn't use the Goldgrind name, but Delore Goldgrind. It is very helpful to have both names. Hang on, we've got her key. We should open her chest. Which one is it again?
Out of sight, out of mind. Breathe deep and move.
I got her diary. I've not written a diary before. Dash Kent said it might do wonders to settle my mind. Maybe distance is just what happens when the weans grow up, but it's still hard. My boy's never left the nest before, really, never cared to. I know he's older than most who still live with their mams, but I've never cared about that, and I don't think he has either. It's just, he acts so differently, too. Secretive, rude, brash. Gods, I don't know about this. Maybe Dash Kent was wrong. I don't feel better at all. A stage name. She's a performer? I don't actually know what her job is. But that's the flophouse. Should we swap to Lae'zel? I'm going to go into this building first. But should we swap to Lae'zel ahead of Voss? Or does anybody have any arguments for something different? I assume that we've now seen this, the scenario you wanted Astarion around for. Lae'zel. Okay.
Trust no one.
Before we drop him, what were the other ones of these we wanted to give him? He's got favourable beginnings and luck of the far realms. He's got Cull the Weak. Psionic Backlash could be nice. Ability Drain. Need to go through that one first. There we go. We will need Will for the coronation. Right, of course. That's at the fortress. right? But that's
I'm listening.
at the end.
Make space, and my might is yours. Good. Our victory is most.
Our victory is most. She has a level to gain. She gains more maneuvers, and her superiority dice go up. The ally uses a reaction on their next turn to make a weapon attack. Could that be a throw? Could Karlach use that for a throw? Not terribly important with how little we use her. And how little I use the dice. Sing that again. Please sing when I click on you.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be?
Damn. Well, he wasn't lying. He has fish, fish, and fish.
Come back soon. Fresh catch every day, guaranteed. Eat more fish. It's good for you.
Let's see what this does.
You sound a bit biased, sir.
Welcome to Sharess's Caress, where our libations and sensual indulgences.
Yeah, well, this is definitely the entrance to Sharess's Caresses. Embry, Lila, and Hakim.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Oh, we're not queuing for Sharess's Caress. Not yet, anyway. Head on in. Don't mind us, mate. Have fun inside. Plenty fun. You hear?
Creepy man.
People are just walking into Sharess's Caress like it was any old business. No disrespect to you, of course, if you're a patron. I can't believe I'm outside a brothel. What if my mother finds out? Oh, God's above.
Why are some people so strange about Sharess's Caress? It's just sex. Look, Sharess's Caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. It's dancing, dinner.
Of course, the woman is the only one in the group who's normal about this.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind.
That doesn't make any sense.
It will when you've met the drought. They're twins.
Oh, Father, give me strength.
Sorry, can't talk. Busy dealing with a prude.
Rocks for brains. What were you thinking?
Here. You haven't even gone inside yet.
Literally.
I'm not going inside.
Brothel? Pleasure house? Den of decadent delights?
Eat more fish. It's good for you.
So loud.
Oh, Hakim. buddy.
You have gold. We have everything you crave.
Mamselle Amira. Mamselle. Is that a name, or is that meant to be like Mademoiselle? Shares's caresses finances. Ah, yes, because the first thing I do when I enter a brothel is I read the open book on the counter that details all of their money. Spendings. 20 casks of Gulfmere Reserve, 200 gold. 10 casks of Happy Gnome Brew. What the hell is that made out of? 100 gold. 10 casks of Higher Spirits, 300. Groceries and Butcher, 500. Massage oil, 50. Leather treatment, 10. Marie's No Consequences oil.
Much better to make drinks. You're a true talent.
50 gold. Is that an enchantment that does some, prohibitive measures? Anyway, salaries, 400 gold total, 1610. Incomes, food catering, 300. Drinks, 400. Hospitality, 1,000. Total, 1,700. That means they made a profit of 90 gold. Almira, dearie, we need to find a replacement for our stern librarian. I hate to do this to her so fast, but we are this close to bleeding all our savings, and we need to bulk up before this little crisis chases away all of our regulars back into their own sheets. We could ask the twins to work separately for now, I suppose.
Don't fret. Apologies, but the stern librarian is away. Upon her return, she expects clients on their knees, a list of their transgressions ready.
I mean,
Let me guess, we need to find this lady.
I don't think this kind of a stub.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised. You come for sustenance, no decadence.
They've given her the Dolly Parton hair.
A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
I'm actually looking for a Githyanki traitor, to be honest. And a man who likes to put bombs into teddy bears, but... You've misjudged me terribly. She'll need 3 costume changes minimum.
Oh, you crave a performance. How decadent. It's Fionn you seek.
Oh,
our
fuck!
stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas.
No!
Your penance must wait.
I don't want her!
Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
I mean, we did find her. Will this stern librarian of yours be back tomorrow? Buckhole grind may be a star. That's what you meant. Fucking. Oh, no. Will this stern librarian be back tomorrow?
Swishing. I'm no fortune teller. If I had a crystal ball, I promise I'd already have consulted it.
Let's work our way around
Truth
this.
is, Fion's gone well missing.
Fuck!
And my hands may be skillful, but they were not made to turn every last stone she
I mean, there might have been 2 Theons in Baldur's Gate, you know? The pragmatic approach here is to offer to find her, take a step outside, then come back in and tell her, because if we just tell her for free, then we haven't signed on for anything.
To service is my calling, not to be served. Ugh, but I'd be a fool to say no. The girl kept my coffers near overflowing. 2 flights up, then turn right, and right again. That's Fion's pleasure room, Elminster's library.
Of course.
Here, take the key.
Right, well, I'm going to go up there and see what's there, and then I'll tell you that she's dead after I've done that.
I'm listening.
Probably shouldn't pursue these other lines of dialogue while... Well, I mean, I shouldn't pursue them at all, but especially not while Karlach is literally just standing there. That said, we have a quick save button for a reason. What's this about the drow?
Twins, yes. Hands of such skill they could turn stone to silk. Your body could suffer no knot they can't untangle. They're through the curtain to the right. You'll need coin and stamina in abundance to enjoy their services, but the gold will be as well spent as you are.
What about the rest of your establishment?
Nisha, our lovely nymph. She's engaged in
Nisha?
the nymph's grotto on the top floor, sweeting. The client's a favorite of hers, too. I doubt you'll be able to tear her away. But we are blessed to have a devil in residence at the moment.
Oh, God.
A temporary guest. But he asked that I send any potential clients his way.
If his name's Raphael, I'm not
Everyone
keen.
who's paid a visit looks quite changed by the experience.
I don't doubt it, but if it's Raphael, I'm not. But yeah, did the devil give you his fucking name? Its name, right? We haven't established further than that.
Indeed he did.
Fuck!
Raphael. Exceedingly handsome, and with a voice that could make the foulest blasphemy seem the sweetest hymn.
I'm out of here. Speak with Raphael. He spoke with Amira on the ground floor of Sharessa's Crest, and she mentioned that the devil Raphael has taken a room on the top floor of the brothel. What's he doing here? Well, I mean, I can think of what he's doing here. Find the stern librarian Fionn. Yeah. 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 Let's learn more about her and then approach.
Just have such a headache.
I wish I could.
Try Hoot's Hooch now. A once-in-a-lifetime booze extravaganza.
Corilla. You're short. Looks like a mage dwarf.
Damn, Hoots. That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on.
Something's off about this one.
Oh.
On your guard.
Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer. You've put me out of pocket, you know. Raphael bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by.
Sorry, and who the fuck are you?
Ah, I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Corilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
Gold dwarf. Level 5, 24 health. There's no, there's nothing sus that suggests she's not a dwarf. Corilla has been around all game. She was at the tiefling party and poofed out. She was watching you as you entered Wraithwyn and poofed out. If you're fast enough, you can spot her. Here's a question. When I walked up to here, I saw a character that looked vaguely purplish walk over here and disappear. And I never saw anything like that again. Fuck! That's why I was looking at her funny. It's 'cause, like... That's the only time. I haven't seen that. You're saying she does that several times throughout the game.
Really?
She saves you from Priestess Gut if you take the potion and don't try to escape. Oh, right, because she tries to knock you out. She G-mans her way through it. Right, so this could be the first time a player takes notice of her, but also she's positioned here so that a bunch of players will be like, oh! Clever.
Go see Raphael. Then I might let you buy me a drink.
interesting that he has a servant.
I want to, but I just...
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
And you're looking jaundiced.
Hells, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. But other hankering for spicier flavours. How about you give me a taste?
Oh, can you click on her before she disappears fast enough to snatch a conversation, or is that sort of break the thing? Is everything all right here?
Right as falling rain. What's it to you, chuffer?
Don't worry your pretty head about the fist, love. I can play them all like a lute.
Sure.
What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon.
Did he just...
You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the fist.
You don't have to think about a thing.
Yep, there's absolutely no reason to intervene with that. She knows what she's doing, and she's doing it very well. And he's going to go home very poor.
I wish I could. I mean, to try.
My hands are full, sweetheart. You want a drink? Hoots is your woman. You want pleasure? See Mamselle Amira.
The nymph's got a sweet tongue and a figure to match, eh?
Just felt so distracted recently.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sharess's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon. Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye.
What's the story of this place?
Sharess Caress, the mamsel's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't.
Of course. But a barkeep in this place hears all sorts of stories.
My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way.
I don't know the difference between 1 and 3. But your new brew sounds potent. I'll give that a try.
Don't know about that, chum. Hoots Hooch packs a stronger wallop than all 10 of my knuckles.
Maybe I should swap
Could
to
beef you
Karlak
up,
for this.
Sharpen your tongue, or knock you out cold. No telling till the first drop hits your gullet.
Let's have Karlak drink this.
Cold feet, eh? Don't blame you. Left my first wife at the altar.
But then she
Some
wasn't your first
flavours
wife.
just aren't worth tasting.
What else?
Have a look.
Booze, surprisingly, but also coffee and milk.
All set, are you?
What a charmer.
Listen.
Through my brain.
Now, what can Hoots... Ah, forget it. Don't... Could beef you up. Damn. The gal knows what
Shahira doesn't like drinking the brew.
First one's on the house. So, don't come bawling to me if your big toes fall off or your tongue coils in a knot.
Is that it? We just take it, do we? Oh. A new invention of the Sharess's Caress bartender Hoots. It's like being decked in the sobriety. She's gonna. Oh my god, it made her dab. It's a wild magic check.
Don't fret. You don't have to think about a thing.
And now she has stone skin for 10 turns.
I just have such a headache.
No time to rest.
Wow.
Wish I could tease you better. I mean,
There's the cat. Kira the cat. You said on the counter, but I get... Oh, by the counter.
What's up for discussion?
Come to pay your respects to the real lady of the house, I see. What a clever creature you are. It's your lucky day. I am receiving compliments at this time, and you are most welcome to make an offering.
6 is just... Wow, that is perhaps the most dangerous attack message I've seen so far. Don't click on it. 1 isn't much better. Your glorious tale can trip an unsuspecting servant with the grace of an empress.
Oh, you flatterer. But you are, of course, correct. My tale is quite the marvel. The unwashed rabble who frequent this establishment have much to learn from your deference, and I must suffer their foibles alone. But they do say a burden shared is a burden halved.
I want to know about who's through those fancy curtains.
The Drow, 2 of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings, but judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are.
The cat says incest is bad. What's that shady pair over there whispering about?
Can't you hear from here? They're talking about the new top cat in the criminal underbelly. Go and listen for yourself. As for them personally, one never washes and instead douses himself with rose oil, while the other can't hold his drink.
And the clientele as a whole.
That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts here. But there is one frequent visitor whose very presence offends me. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure. Abhorrent.
I think we've met him. Thank you for that, Kira. Tonight at Chares's Caress.
Cabaret here featuring Roll the Despoiler. The highest kicks in Baldur's Gate guaranteed.
I can believe it. Ah, there's the wanker.
I mean, to try.
These might be the drow. Well. Citizens over here. Borgus Elemin and Ear Spoon.
Here we go.
Welcome to Chares's Caress, where our libations and sensual indulgences restore even the weariest souls.
I suppose with Featherfall you could just exit by leaping off here. Scare the shit out of the passers-by.
Can't slow down.
Ear spoon. Oh, there's the elephant. And it goes up even further, and from there you probably go across, and then you'll find the Voss stuff over there. No, that's a water elemental. Which, to be fair, is probably getting everybody wet.
You have the key to my heart.
Worse buildings to do that in than this, though.
The two men bark softly to each other. A single name reaches your ears. Nine Fingers. It's a name you know. Nine Fingers is the head of the Guild, a criminal organization operating inside Baldur's Gate.
Which nine? We could listen, or we could barge in. Talking about Nine Fingers. Got business with her.
Oh, yeah. Seems everyone's got business with her. Heard the gal met her match.
The new kingpin? All meat and muscle, that one. And wild as a werebear. If he's looking to oust Nine Fingers, my blade's got his back.
Sounds messy as the ninth hell. Must be why she called us to help.
Is that right? The way I heard it, you Zent cut a deal with the new... Hold on. Hey, you still lurking about? I don't remember inviting you to the party.
They're airing private matters at a... Jesus. Sounds like interesting business I'd like to take part in.
Look, this subject's not safe. You selling your services, beat feet to the Guildhall. Lower City, Basilisk Gate, Guildhall. And that's all you're getting from me.
The Underduke.
The chat's officially closed.
Oh, sorry guys, you all have to go home. Well, you can still watch, you just can't say anything. Big and wild. The Stone Lord.
Such fog coursing through our buildings.
You want entertainment? Try the circus.
Been there.
Not looking for more company.
I mean, you reacted positively the first time I barged in.
You have the key to my heart.
The cucumbers have been taken from the pantry. Again. Not that type of service down here, love. I've got a husband. And you ain't my type.
I could show you pleasures your husband never could. Got any food? Go and spare.
I suppose, if you're willing to pay for it.
I'm really not, but...
Now get out from under my feet, would you?
That'd be difficult. You're low to the ground.
Oh, you'd better have a good reason for tearing me away from my...
Not much to be gotten from him, I'm afraid.
Forget your work.
Hi there, Elephant Lady. Did you know that you're actually a shit investigator?
So distracted recently. Such fog.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Afraid so. I've found new evidence, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
A lot. Who's developed?
My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found?
I found the murder weapon you missed in a tunnel under the temple.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed?
How about the shape-shifting assassins under the temple? Is that good enough?
No. I want proof. If someone else killed Lorgan, I want you to tell me why they did it.
Ball.
Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite.
Please don't.
What's your theory?
It's not a theory, I have proof. This document contains information connecting the murders to the Baalist resurgence.
No need to wave documents at me.
You asked for proof!
I'm paperwork as it
It's the
is.
fucking...
Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this.
Really? Because I think you're the one who should have the rank of constable.
Obnoxiously similar wavelength. Why don't you seek her out?
I didn't say it.
She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
You just take the middle ground and say that you love listening to this awful elephant. No, I think he sucks. I'm sorry. I think she sucks. But plenty of characters suck and are entertaining to have around, like Raphael. So, we've been fobbed off. I believe did we finish the open... Yeah, okay. So we finished the open-hand temple murders, but now it's been folded into the wider murder conspiracy quest, which we're going to go through the much more enthusiastic investigator, Gauntlet Devella.
Ayel's sex life.
I suppose this is the place to talk about that.
Power of the nine hells. He must have brought so many.
I just want to see how far this goes. I'm not going to cross over the bridge, but I do want to go up for now. I will go back. Yeah, so Voss is in there. That makes sense. Don't skip talking to Devella because it makes things bug out. Oh, I won't be skipping anything. Have you met me?
I put it on especially for you. Your work. These four walls are our world.
Sorry,
I
just
want
felt
to give it
so
a good
distracted
rumple.
recently.
Jesus Christ, this dude.
Coursing through my brain.
Look at me. You need only think of me.
We'll deal with Arthur in a second. First, I want to look at Queen Roll the Despoiler.
You can stare as much as you like.
Good.
Nice.
We can dance if you want to.
Can I leave my friends behind?
We can dance.
I hope that voice actor intentionally said it quite that way, because the sound... the rhythm of how she said that was very good for the song.
Enjoy the fiddling. Throw a few coins our way and let us play on into the night.
I have a better idea. I don't think it makes a difference because we're both playing violin. Oh god, even the douchebag came here. I heard the sounds of gold getting thrown, but I didn't, I don't see any. Maybe he picked them all up. Ah, there it is. I should do that more often in the city if I want to get that achievement. I'm not actually going to sleep with these drow, but I'll talk to them before I talk to Arthur in case talking to Arthur ends in battle.
A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
How did you end up here?
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers craved the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
As long as you're here of your own free will.
Life is prosperous. I'm much happier kissing the many lips of the surface than tending a field or manning a shop.
I'm glad you found a place you feel safe.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it? Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
What?
We want both of you, silly, at the same time.
A brother and a sister at the same time. Yeah, no. You do your thing, but that's not mine.
Wait, you don't You won't be upset? Sorry?
Upset? I guess not, as long as everyone's, you know, above board. I get the appeal in theory, but the reality makes me want to take a lie bath.
We will only allow that if we know there is an evening of exceptional pleasure awaiting us. Usually, one darling alone is not enough to match the two of us.
I will note here that Karlak's objection seems to entirely be for the incest. No, it's the part where it's like... She doesn't... The question is, you know, we're together now and your fire is fixed, therefore... There is a specific path that ends with a very interesting option with these two. Right now, I think we're good. I've gone fairly light on the sex scene stuff in this playthrough in general, just as a matter of it being a streamed thing.
Return to us if you have a lover willing to take part.
Obviously, we don't have them turned on, but... Okay, phrasing perhaps not my best. Obviously, we don't have the explicit visuals turned on, but... Even still, I've just been fairly, you know, pick a character, be with them, don't explore too much. Well, that's interesting. For Gregorio, we probably have time to talk to him, and that's about it.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
I barely got a moment's sleep last night. And no, not in the good way.
Lovely.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic lute version of High House of Wonders again?
Ugh, I hate loot boys.
Loot
I don't
boys.
understand why they're such a type for
Soren has a fun line about complaining about people keep asking him to roleplay as Driz Stewardon. Arthur?
Don't fret. You don't have to think about...
9 hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you possibly want with me now?
Exploding teddy bears. Explain.
What? How? 9 hells? Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget.
I want answers.
I'm just a simple toy maker, an artisan. I don't know anything. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now.
They?
I can't tell you. I won't tell you.
Tell me who they are, or you'll be dead sooner. Tell me who they are, or you'll be dead before they get to you. Sorry, I mean, tell me who they are, or you'll be dead before they get to you.
All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder. Inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise, they'll kill me.
So when you say they're allowed to speak, what do they say, boom? You still haven't told me who they are.
I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there. Tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it.
They spoke to you when you got close to the box. They asked for hugs. I don't remember that at all. I just remember disarming a trap.
Will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
Oh, that sounds good. Thanks, but I'll need all your gold too.
Here, take it, all of it. I don't care.
Good.
You'll never see me again, I promise.
Extortion isn't something I tend to go for in video games, but I do against Arspanadas, and that man does not deserve to be rich. So he gave us a lower city pass. No, Valeria gave us the lower city pass. And Arthur gave us the coronation pass. Those are both very good. We already have the pass from Valeria. Yeah, but these are different. This will get me into the city. This will get me into the coronation ceremony. It seems like they're different things. Sure, he's a brilliant toy maker, but he's terrible to the refugees, and... Like, okay, I understand being scared for your life, and a lot of people do questionable things when they're being, you know, under duress, threatened into it. Yes, okay, fair. However, I feel like blowing up children would give people pause. Anyway. Yeah, like, the reason why he cared so much was because how not great his basement is, but... If you send him to prison, he dies? Well... Anyway, the point is, I'm justifying why I took all his money. I didn't kill him, I didn't lock him up, I just took all his money. The upper floor is actually somewhat outside-ish. This is where we'll find Fion's chamber to investigate, and also I imagine where we'll find Voss. Interesting. So this... Does that side of the building have like an entrance? It does. Be curious as to what's below there on that side as well. But anyway, we'll be looking at all of that tomorrow, because we're at the end of our time slot today. How much more is there? Very specifically, I think, yeah, over here we have the High Harper, which I'm looking forward to finally reaching, because that's the Jahira quest. Another one there, and then after that's the drawbridge, okay. So not much. See if we can get all of that done tomorrow, we'll see. Depends on how long it all takes. But that'll do for today. Fare thee well, everybody.